light up your night. P mama, come join the ride. With every review, she be by your side. Mama, oh yeah, she's the queen.
Okay, everyone. Of course, I'm not on camera specifically because I do not want to be on camera. I look a mess. It doesn't even make a difference right now because it's about this yeast fertilizer that I'm going to be showing you guys how to put together, because it's really great for your soil. It's great for its health, your vegetables. It actually helps preserve the life of your vegetables even after you harvest them. According to the research, I follow this guy. His channel is Zen Garden Oasis, or is it Zen Oasis Garden? Either way, he's a really I think he's very smart when it comes to gardening. He's done so much research on everything that when I'm listening to him, I'm like, okay, I'm willing to try it. He's done the research. And so then I look and I find like other YouTubers that are gardeners also know about this effective yeast fertilizing formula to help your garden just flourish, especially your tomatoes and cucumbers and your peppers. And you know I have those in my garden. Right here I have, this is my measuring cup. And here I have a cup of warm water. I'm going to add another cup because I want to make a little more mixture. I have 1 packet of active dry yeast. Even if it's expired, you can use it. Do not throw it away, especially if you have expired yeast and you don't want to use it for your bread. Use it for this. In here is something that I'm going to add after I make this mixture, after the yeast sits for about 2 hours. And here I have a teaspoon of sugar to help activate the yeast, and we're going to get that mixed up first. And then we'll come back and add the additives that I have. So as you see on my counter, pure Epsom salt. That one has eucalyptus and spearmint in it. I won't use that one, but I have the other Epsom salt. I'm going to add a little bit of that into this mixture, but after it sits for 2 hours, and then I'll come add the rest of this stuff in. You don't want your water to be cold. You want it to be warm. So let's get to mixing. But let me add a little more water. I'm going to add a cup. Oh yeah, that's nice and warm and not too hot. Some pour the yeast in there. Now I've already done this, but we've had such heavy rains over the past weekend, and it's been brutal. So I want to come in. I did this like 2 weeks ago, and when I did this, I have to admit that the little seedlings that I had planted seemed to not be going anywhere until I had actually used this mix. And then I turned around, and my bell pepper plants and this red pepper and even the okra that I had planted, I poured some of this in there in the soil, and I saw it really started, blossoming. So now I'm going to pour in this sugar. That's about a teaspoon of sugar. So I have 2 cups of warm water, a teaspoon of sugar. And I'm mixing it in this because the last time I mixed it in a smaller mason jar and the foam just came up and bubbled out and over. So I figured this will give it room to bubble up and do its thing. And we're going to sit this to the side. I'm going to put a top on it. I'll use this. Something like that. And it still have air to get in there. And that'll sit for 2 hours. And here I have some ash from my fire pit. And I only need a little, like maybe a teaspoon that's going to go in there, because I don't have a huge garden, so I don't have a lot that I need to water. So I have that, and I have the Epsom salt. And guess what else I have? These in my pestle and mortar thing here, I have eggshells. And I'm going to break them down to a fine powder and then blitz them in my blender and make a really fine powder. And I'm going to add that to the mixture. So I know that the yeast by itself works well, but the guy, I think his name is Ray from Zen Garden Oasis, he said that if you add these little few things, extra to it. It's going to really like boost it. So I want to see that happen. I'm excited every day. I go out and I see the garden growing, but to be able to see that something like this really works, I want to share it, because no way that we shouldn't be able to grow our own food, and have it readily available. Okay, here's my little garden here. And as you can see, well, I wouldn't put anything on here because this little potato baby here is growing. It slips. It doesn't need that. Oh, wow. This is even greater than it was yesterday. Look at those leaves. So it looks like the soil, like even here, that's my potatoes buried in there. I put whole potatoes, trying to grow potatoes from potatoes, and that's going to take a while. But let me just look in here and test this soil. And then I'll go over to the ground garden that I have on the other side there and see. Let me see if the soil, yeah, it's really moist. So I'm going to wait until the sun burns off some of the wetness of this soil here. My little garbage bags out here that I had covering everything. Wow, so that white, look at all that white substance. That has to be the diatomaceous earth that I poured out here before all of the, wow, before all the heavy rain. So let me see what the ground is looking like. Yeah, it's very moist. I'm going to have to wait. But yeah, that's all that diatomaceous earth that I had put down to kill any bugs or whatever. Oh, look, something is coming up. Nothing was there the other day, so that rainwater must have really helped. So I'm going to be taking these off because, as you can see, I'm planting poles because I'm building a safe haven for my garden. I'm going to pour this into a container. Those big pieces floating around there is actually from the potash that's going to go on the soil, and it can't do anything but help it, really. Sidebar. Actually, the amount I made, people pour it into like a 5-gallon bucket. If you see other YouTubers, you'll see them doing that. I didn't do that. I used what you saw I had. Let's uncover this. Bell peppers. They have flowers. Hold on, let me really get in here. And so I was told that you can use your fingers to get that little dust there, and then you put it on the stem that's on the inside of there and pollinate it, or you can hit it like that and then that'll release some of the dust. Got my little mixture, and I'm gonna go ahead and pour it on in here. This right here, this little corner one, this little one right here, because it was breaking off of the bigger one, this one when it was smaller. So this one in the corner here, this one in the corner here, I just stuck it down in the soil and it is growing and thriving, and that's crazy. So I'm going to go ahead, and it's a little moist, it's not as wet as it was earlier, and I'm going to pour the mixture around the roots, the base. All right, so I got some more of this left, and I'm going to go pour it in the other tomatoes and everything. Boy, the things we do to protect these plants. Now this one, wow, we got some really good growth going on here. So I have some things planted here and here, and as you can see, the things that are over here isn't growing too well. And I believe it was like some onions here, and onions, lettuce, bell peppers. Certainly all right here is okra. I love okra. So not sure if you can see over here next to the the yellow sticky thing over here is like some green leaves sticking up. And maybe after pouring this mixture on, I come out here tomorrow and there's a whole amazing something happening. It may not look pretty, but that's okay. I just want my vegetables to have a great chance at life here. You know what I mean? Okay, so that's it for our yeast. I have blood meal right before the rain came, which I'm not worried about that rinsing away, because if anything, it probably really mixed it all in with the soil. I just wanted to sidebar here because there is so much conflicting information out there about blood meal that it is just great for leafy green vegetables like your kales, your greens, your cabbage, your broccoli, and things like that, but not for your other flowering plants like bell peppers and tomatoes. If you know something different, let me know. Worm castings also inside of the soil that I threw down right before the rain, and then it started raining, so it really got mixed in there. So I'm not needing to redo that. I'm just having to redo the diatomaceous earth and the mosquito bits. And then tomorrow or this weekend, I'm going to be going in and I will be laying pine shavings as a mulch. So you guys, so now you know that you can use the yeast. I mean, well, you know, I'll be documenting the growth of my garden. So you'll see how well this mixture of the yeast will help the garden. Okay. So I will see you guys in the next video.